All right, welcome back, everyone. We're diving deep today. We're going way back to ancient China.
Ooh, I love these stories.
Yeah, and this one's really cool. It's about a guy, Houji. He's this super important figure, like considered the ancestor of the entire Zhou dynasty.
That's a big deal.
It is, right. Like the Zhou dynasty was massive, lasted for centuries, and the story we're looking at today is about him. Not just like his dynasty, but his whole life story. And it all ties into the very beginnings of agriculture in China.
I'm intrigued. Where's this story from?
Okay, so the source we're using is this ancient Chinese text called pasted text. It's got all the good stuff.
Yeah.
Miraculous birth, divine intervention, all of that.
Sounds like a wild ride.
Buckle up. So our story starts with this woman, Jiangyuan. She's descended from, get this, Shannon.
A divine farmer. Yeah, I know him.
Right, the OG of agriculture. And herbal medicine, too.
Yeah.
So Jiangyuan, she comes from this really important lineage. She's married to a tribal leader, but, like, she wants more. She yearns for a child.
A child who will, like, change the world or something?
Exactly. She wants a kid who will make a real difference.
That's setting the bar pretty high.
Well, she's about to get more than she bargained for. So, picture this. Jiangyuan is out in a field, just walking, right? And suddenly, she sees this giant footprint.
Uh-oh. Sounds ominous.
Oh, it gets weirder. This footprint, it's like nestled inside a Jiangyuan.
Oh, what now?
A Jiangyuan. It's this auspicious cloud. You see it a lot in Chinese art. It symbolizes, like, good fortune, divine favor, you know?
Okay, so it's a good sign.
Definitely. Not your average footprint encounter. Anyway, Jiangyuan, she gets curious. She's got to step into the footprint. I mean, who wouldn't? And the moment she does, bam, pregnant.
Just like that.
Just like that. Talk about a divine conception story.
That's one for the books. You know, it makes you think about how ancient cultures saw the hand of the divine in everyday life, right? Like the gods were actively involved, shaping destinies.
Yeah, totally. And so this baby's born, right? This is our main man, Houji. And his birth, oh boy, let me tell you, it caused a stir. I mean, a pregnancy like that.
People were bound to talk.
Oh, they talked. It was this mix of wonder and fear. Like, what is this kid going to be like?
That's a classic hero origin story, right? Something sets them apart, makes them special, but it also creates challenges.
Exactly. And here's the thing, right? Jiangyuan, she's dealing with all this gossip, the fear surrounding Houji's birth. She does something pretty drastic. She tries to abandon him.
No way.
Yeah. Not once, not twice, but 3 times.
Whoa. That's some serious mama drama.
It is.
Yeah.
But here's where it gets even crazier. Each time she tries, something stops her. Like divine intervention level stuff.
So she's trying to abandon him and the universe is like, nope, not happening.
Exactly. First time, she leaves him in this field. Guess what? The animals, they refuse to trample him. It's like they know he's special.
So what happens next?
She tries again. Leaves him in the forest this time. But guess what? Birds fly down, they shield him from the sun, even bring him food, like a little bird buffet.
That's incredible. What was the 3rd attempt?
Great, this one's intense. She leaves him by the marshes. Now, marshes back then, super dangerous. But Houji, totally unarmed. Like something's protecting him.
Okay, I'm sensing a theme here. Like, destiny is calling. This kid is meant for big things.
Right. Finally, Jiangyuan, she gets it. This kid's got a serious guardian angel situation going on, so she brings him home.
Good call. I bet he was quite a handful.
He was, but not in the way you might think. See, Houji, he grows up, and he's not just any kid, okay? This kid, he's an agricultural prodigy.
Like a Mozart of millet.
Exactly. He's revolutionizing farming, coming up with new techniques, inventing tools, figuring out how to make crops grow better and faster.
That's huge. I mean, back then, agriculture was everything, right? It meant survival.
100%. So Houji's doing his thing, making a name for himself, and word gets back to Emperor Yao.
Oh, yeah, the big guy. What did he think of all this?
He's intrigued. And let's be real, I bet that whole abandoned 3 times, survived by divine intervention story probably caught his attention.
I bet. It's like a real-life superhero origin story. But okay, so the emperor, he's interested. Now what?
He calls Houji in, right?
Yeah.
They meet. And the emperor, he's impressed. Not just by Houji's agricultural knowledge, but by his leadership, his ability to inspire people.
So it wasn't just about knowing stuff. It was about, like, connecting with people, right?
Right. And so Emperor Yao, he does something pretty amazing. He gives Houji this super fitting title, Lord of Millet. Catchy, right?
Lord of Millet. I like it.
And he makes him Minister of Agriculture. So this kid who was abandoned in fields and forests, he's now, like, running the show.
Talk about a glow up.
Right. But it shows you how important agriculture was, right? It wasn't just about food. It was about, like, the cosmic order, divine will, all of that.
So what happens to Houji? Does he just, like, retire a legend?
Oh, no. The story keeps going. Over time, he's not just seen as this great leader. He becomes a deity, the god of agriculture.
Whoa. From abandoned baby to literal god.
I know, right? And then, get this, he eventually becomes an ancestor of the Zhou dynasty. Remember, that's one of the biggest, most influential dynasties in Chinese history.
So it's all connected. Mythology, agriculture, dynasty.
Right. It's like this epic saga.
Yeah.
And it all starts with this one guy.
It really makes you think, doesn't it?
It does. Like, what do you think this story, passed down for centuries, tells us about ancient Chinese culture?
Yeah.
What were their values?
It's obvious they had huge respect for nature, right? I mean, look at Houji's whole story. And it's clear they believed in divine intervention, like destiny playing a role in human affairs. What stands out to you?
I'm really struck by how they saw agriculture as this sacred thing. Like, it was more than just growing food. It was connected to the heavens.
Totally. It's like their relationship with nature was so different from ours today. It makes you think, doesn't it?
It does. And, listening to this story, I can't help but wonder, what would you ask Houji if you could? What would you want to know from this ancient agricultural master?
Something to think about as we wrap up this deep dive. Thanks for listening, everyone.
Thanks for having me.
Until next time.